Alrighty, hello everybody, it's me, the Schlorgen, and today I'm going to be telling you my must-pick mods for Don't Starve Together. All of these mods are completely free and available through the Steam Workshop. I will also link every mod in the description. So we're starting off with the client-sided mods. The first mod I'm going to recommend is Combined Status, especially for new players. This is a must-pick for new players. If you're a brand new player and you're going to take one mod out of this list, let it be this one. So what this mod does, and I'm reading directly off of the description for the mod here, is display your health, hunger, sanity, your temperature, the world seasons, moon phase, and world day. I don't think I need to go into too much detail about why this is so good. Seeing your health, hunger, and sanity without having to hover over the icon is great. And what's especially great for new players is being able to see your temperature and what season it is. Being able to see your temperature lets you know if you're about to overheat or freeze. And it also shows you immediately if something you're standing next to or something you've eaten is heating you up or cooling you down. Seeing the seasons as a new player is really great if you don't know how many days are in each season. It's also really good for videos because viewers can just look in the top right and see what season it is, how long till the next season, etc. So if you want to do shadow pieces, it'll show you when it's going to be the right moon cycle for that. If you want to do the moon cooler event, it'll show you when it's going to be a full moon. So overall, it's just a great mod for new players and players in general. I always use this mod without fail ever since I've had it. I think I've just always had it on. The thing I like most about it is being able to see my temperature at all times. Because, you know, I forget about my temperature sometimes, so it's nice to be able to see when I'm like 10 degrees away from overheating or freezing. The second client-sided mod is geometric placement. This is a mod I pretty much see everyone using, and for good reason. What this mod does is when you go to place anything in the game, it displays a grid. And when you're placing things, they'll snap to the lines on the grid, making it great when you need to place things precisely for farms or cheesing, or most importantly to make your base look pretty. Mod number 3 is Action Q Reborn. Now this is an interesting one. This mod has been revamped and tweaked quite a few times. It used to not work for me, but now I use Action Q Reborn 3 and it works amazingly. Simply put, this mod allows you to automate repetitive tedious tasks in the game. But that's not much of an explanation, is it? So let me show you in game. Alright everybody, we're in game. Oh, everything's withering. You can see here, if I hold shift and left click, I can drag over with Action Q Reborn and do the task for me. Okay, well, everything is withering. Hang on. So, a tedious task that I think everyone hates is getting wood, even though I am Maxwell, but just pretend I'm not right now. You can use shift and left click to drag like this, and it'll auto cut everything you need. You can click F4 to put auto collect on. That'll make it auto pick up the stuff that drops. My pockets are full, but it's fine. Or you can turn it off with F4 because most of the time I have it off. Because when I'm doing tasks like this, I don't want stuff to be auto picked up. If you hold shift and double click, it'll chop down all the trees or whatever you double click. But you shift double click tool trees and it won't go for the normal trees. One of my favorite things about this mod, if you want to place some things, like for example, this is how I place like a bunch of bushes and stuff, you can just hold shift and right click and then drag like this. As large as you want, as long as it fits on your screen, and the game will actually auto place it like this in a perfect line. If you hold shift and then double tap right click with a shovel, look at how quick, and it does it super fast as well. But yeah, my hands are not on the keyboard right now and all these trees are getting chopped. If you want to plant a bunch of bushes like this, you can just get them in a straight line perfectly, really fast, really neat. Honestly, it rivals geometric placement with its base design and potential. Mod number 4, which I think is a less popular one, is Craft Pot. This mod's amazing for new players to teach you what crockpot combinations make what. I still use this mod personally because I don't know every crockpot combination, and sometimes I like to play around with foods too, see what they make. This mod's also really great if you're a Wally player and you don't know all his recipes, because it'll show you all of his recipes too. Not much more to say about this mod. It's basically like the crafting table, but for crockpots. It's really nice, and I would recommend it if you don't know all the crockpot recipes. Now moving on to my essential server mods. First off, we have damage indicators. This mod does exactly what it says it does. It indicates how much damage has been done, whether that's damage you're dealing to enemies or damage being dealt to you. Just one problem with this mod, be careful when fighting some enemies because the number indicators kind of take over the screen. Yeah, anyway, next mod. The 5th or 6th, I don't know, whatever. The next mod is wormhole marks. This one's also pretty easy to explain. It color codes your wormholes, as you can see on screen here. If one of the wormholes is not color coded, like this one, then it just means you haven't gone through that one yet, so there's no connected wormhole. This next mod is another must pick for me because it combines a bunch of really useful mods into one, and this is Show Me. Show Me's got quite a lot to it, so I figured I'd just go in game and show you all the stuff I can think of. So, for example, Show Me tells you how long until the next stage of a growing plant. It shows you how many uses you have on an item and how much damage a weapon does too. Also, it shows you the sanity drain of like Dark Swords, for example. You can see I have 93 out of 100 uses. The damage is 68, and there's a minus 18 sanity drain, which I believe means 18 per minute. It shows the speed boost I get, so plus 10% holding the Thulside Club. It also shows how long till a tree goes to its next stage. Here we got Tool, Normal, and it's about to be an old tree in 1 minute 28. Yeah, this one just went to old, and then it's going to go back to small in 5 minutes 40 seconds. Same for the lunar trees. This mod also shows how much fuel an Ice Manic has. 56%. It shows, like here, grow tails shows how long until oh, sorry, little guy. It'll drop grass. This one doesn't have a number, which means, yeah, it'll drop grass. This one will grow its tail in 4 seconds. So then it'll drop me some grass now. Okay, apparently not. Okay, so I guess it was a little off there, but generally pretty reliable. Shows strength of enemies, so piggies, 33 strength. Shows when pigs are going to spawn and buddy men out of the pig houses. Shows how much defense armor gives, so like here, Dreadstone helmet, 90% armor and planar defense is 5. Also shows how waterproof and summer-proof, heat-proof something is, I should say. So this is 100% waterproof, the umbrella, and gives 240 summer defense. Excuse me, what are you doing here? You can see for the peeper, it also shows how much strength they have. For law plants, it shows all their health, and every enemy you can see their health. With show me, you can also see the stats that food gives and how quick until they spoil. So light bulbs here spoil in 4.6 days, only give you 1 health because, you know, they're not really for eating. Meatballs shows all the stats, the sanity, the health, the hunger, and same with pierogi. Something I should also mention is it shows rock and gold tributes for trinkets and rock items, so things you can give to Antlion and Pig King. So for example, here's some trinkets I have here. It'll show gold tribute +5, rock tribute +2. For spider webs, it shows when a spider queen's going to spawn out of it. It shows it like this with large, that means it's going to become a spider queen in 31 seconds. And it also shows how many creatures are inside the den. For the spider queen and other enemies, it shows the sanity aura loss, if there is any. 0. Yeah, like it's pretty accurate. And then you'll see it's back to small, and it'll grow to its next stage in 40 minutes. Very good mod for a bunch of different things. You'll pretty much always get value out of this mod all the time. Honestly, this is probably like my second most recommended mod after combined status. If not even, maybe over combined status, because this mod really just tells you everything. Like it shows you when crops are going to grow. I don't know how I missed that. Shows you the morph delay, all of that. Like, it's just great. Whew, that was a long one. Okay, my next mod is Unbreakable Sewable Items. This mod that makes it so items that can be sewed, like thermal stones and the umbrella, for example, will function completely the same, but when they get to 0%, you will auto unequip them, or with a thermal stone, it'll just not do what it does anymore, and it'll be unusable until you sew it. This mod is great because you don't need to wait till your item's like 5% durability and then take it out of your inventory so it doesn't break, and you can just let it go to 0, and whenever you're ready, sew it up. This is probably the mod that I think should most be in the base game out of all of these because it's just such an obvious feature. I don't think it adds like a cool difficulty level, not being able to sew your items if they break and you having to like unequip them before they break. I think that's dumb. I think if an umbrella goes to 0%, you should just not be able to use it until you sew it. But that's just me. So hey, I would highly recommend this mod. The next server mod is Epic Health Bar. It does this. It puts a health bar on the top of your screen when you're fighting bosses. You can also configure it to show up when you're fighting regular enemies, but yeah, not much more to say about this. It's nice to be able to see health bar of enemies without hovering over them though. And it's really epic. Now this last server mod is for those people who for some reason play Don't Starve together with friends. What? And that's of course global positions. I think this was the first mod I used, and again I feel like this is another mod that should just be a part of the base game. Like why can't you see where people in your server are on the map? With global positions you can also ping stuff on the map, which is actually quite nice, especially if you're playing with a lot of people or you're not playing in a Discord call. Though I should add, when other players explore an area on the map, it shows that exploration on your map as well, so take that as you will. And that's going to do it for my quality of life / essential mods, whatever this video is. But wait, just for funsies, I'm going to chuck in some more mods that I don't quite think fit the quality of life spectrum, because they change the game too much, or they're too overpowered, or they just straight up add new characters, whatever. But let's go, speed round! Airplane, backpack slot, build it from chest, Captain Timo, extra equip slots plus, fire resurrections, large chest, large boats, max roll rework, max roll, shadow, duelist attack, shadow, moving box, more stack size, reliable weber, simple health bar, old, DST, fuck, tips, wrecker, crafting guide, nightmare phase, indicator, and Pickle's first person mod. Oh my god, can I be bothered showing gameplay of all those mods? Hell no, fuck, definitely not. Thank you so much for watching. That's this video. I'll probably upload my next video within a week or so. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. Actually, I do know it's going to be a game with my friend on Alchemy Factory, I think. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, YouTuber things, you know the drill, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, I love you, goodbye.